Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of me talking, except in this video, instead of me talking about a shitty unturned server or an unturned admin, I'm going to be talking about an unturned content creator that goes by the name of P9da. P9da has a YouTube channel with over 100,000 subscribers and he uploads unturned content, except he didn't for like 3 months. Yeah, so essentially, P9da quit Unturned, presumably because Unturned has been getting really bad views the past few years. So I guess he just quit Unturned because of that. Of course, his excuse was he was burnt out or whatever. Even though he was doing it already for like years after everyone else was burnt out, he got burnt out and decided to quit. And he did Minecraft videos. I can't show you them because he actually got rid of them, but I can show you the 3-month gap there is between videos. That and he says that he's returning to Unturned. I can show you a clip from his video where he said he was quitting Unturned because I put it in Unturned Rewind for a joke.
I am not really finding joy in playing Unturned, like Unturned 3, the current Unturned, at the moment anymore. Now,
it's very obvious that P9da quit Unturned because it wasn't getting good views, and he decided to try to upload Minecraft because Minecraft's been having a resurgence over the past few years. And it's one of the most watched gaming genres on the platform, so it makes sense for him to quit and try to get views on that. However, it didn't really work because he just did a generic hardcore series, something that's already been done like 80 trillion times. So he didn't get any views, so he decided to come back to Unturned. And one of the first things he did when he came back 2 weeks ago was he started some Unturned drama on Twitter.com. So on the 3rd of March, 2021, P9da tried to cancel Union. If you don't know who Union is, he's a former Unturned YouTuber. He's made a lot of great cosmetics and a lot of shit for the community. He's done a lot for the community. Transitioned into Minecraft successfully. He made an RLCraft series. I remember when it came out, and it completely blew up like 2 months after it came out, and he gained like 100,000 subscribers from it. And he has become a successful YouTuber. He is now a legit content creator. Now, P9da is probably kind of jealous of this because I feel like P9da has entered the 7 stages of grief. The first one being shock and denial. He was in shock and denial that his Minecraft videos were doing bad, and he kept uploading them. And then he realized that they weren't doing well, so he entered the second stage of grief, which was pain and guilt. He felt pain from not getting any views, and he decided to come back to Unturned, and he felt guilty for wasting his time. And then he entered stage 3, which is anger. He became angry at the system, and he took it out on Union, and he tried to make Union look like a Nazi, even though that screenshot is from 2016. Now, if you guys remember 2016 on this website, it was edgy as fuck. So this joke isn't even that bad. And it's fucked for P9da to show something like this on Twitter today, considering how toxic Twitter has become in the stan culture. And Union's a part of Minecraft. And Minecraft Twitter fucking sucks dick, and they're toxic as fuck. So doing this is trying to get him canceled 100%. Now, a few people were very curious on why P9 decided to do this. I think that it's because P9da 100% has a grudge against Union. Of course, P9da denied this and completely went into damage control when he tweeted this, saying, oh, it was a joke and that there is no beef. Even though there is beef, because if you go back to 2018, Union called out P9da for his esports event, saying it was like boring and shit and bland like his content. P9da responded to it. It was a more mild response. He didn't seem angry, but I'm sure it kind of pissed P9da off, and I think he's had this grudge ever since. Now, this event is a great example of cancel culture because P9da is trying to cancel Union here. P9da was bringing up how he was offended by these statements and the whole, him being German jokes, World War II, all that bullshit, whatever. But this is a genuine question for P9. If you were offended by these jokes, then why didn't you bring it up when it happened 2 years ago? It's really silly because these jokes that he's making aren't even that bad. You're saying that he was making racist jokes towards your German ethnicity, you know, German people, whatever the fuck. Well, all I see is him just talking about Nazis. The exact statement that Union made, which is clearly a joke, is Nazis were not evil. I mean, it just really just seems like an edgy joke. He was probably in a call with someone maybe when he made it. And, you know, it was like fucking what, 3 years ago? It really doesn't matter. Also, the statement he made isn't necessarily about German people. I find it very silly that you're claiming that he's making racist jokes towards German people when the evidence you've shown doesn't necessarily support that. If you were really actually offended by what he said, then you would have actually provided statements that were actually offensive to German people. He doesn't really have any proof to back up what he's claiming here. Of course, he could probably get proof, but I don't think it's relevant considering it happened 3 years ago. Union has probably changed as a person as of you, so I don't see why this was even at all necessary to bring up in 2020. And this is a great example of cancel culture. And then I like how P9, when he was getting a fuck ton of backlash, he completely 180s and says that he himself is joking. This is a really great example of Schrodinger's douchebag, where someone makes a douchebaggy statement or does something fucking stupid, like in this case P9 tweeting an edgy joke that Union made out of context 4 years after it happened. And then when people start to like rally against P9 or start to criticize him or start to fucking call him an idiot on Twitter, he completely just 180s and says that he was joking. The entire point of the tweet being based on whether people agree with his statement. So let's say there was an alternate scenario where everyone agreed with P9 and everyone rallied to cancel Union for some reason. P9 would come out saying he was dead serious or whatever, but since everyone was criticizing him for making such a stupid tweet, he said, "Oh, I'm joking, guys." A very great example of Schrodinger's douchebag. Now, I find it funny that P9 said being racist is funny right on Twitter when P9 made a racist joke on Twitter. He made a joke about the German ice cream Nogger. Now, Nogger is an ice cream, and it obviously the name is very interesting, and P9 tweeted about it a few years ago. Now, I tried to find the tweet, but I'm pretty sure it was on his old account, and his old account was terminated for some reason. Could it have been perhaps because of his joke? Well, I actually don't know, so I guess only time will tell. But this raises some questions. So, P9 is going after someone for a quote-unquote racist joke when P9 has made a racist joke. Now, I think this is called being a hypocrite. Now, P9 is calling someone out for making a racist joke when he himself has made a racist joke. Now, I'm not trying to get P9 canceled here. He was obviously making a joke, but the thing is that Union was also making a joke as well. So, calling someone out for something that you have also done is hypocritical of you. So to essentially summarize what I'm saying, P9 is being a hypocrite here, and this whole thing that he did was stupid. And I'm documenting it because this guy has 150,000 subscribers and he's acting so childish. It's not a good look or impression for your audience, which presumably is mostly children or impressionable people. Now, since P9 decided to bring up something that happened 4 years ago, I'm going to bring up something that happened 4 years ago, and it revolves around his relationship with a YouTuber called The Jers. Now, I tried to confront P9 about this on Twitter, but he never answered the question. Fella really said, "Jarvis, reply to the argument with baby crying gif, hit send." Alright, so to summarize, P9's video, most insane clan base raid ever, is a legit base raid. However, he did not grind for the base raid. All of the grinding was done by a YouTuber called The Jers. Now, I'm pretty sure he doesn't do this anymore. However, I'm sure that there's other videos where he is also taking advantage of people. So essentially, the strategy P9 was doing at one point with his base raiding videos was he would get contacted or contact someone in regards to a raid where they already did all of the grinding. He would join the server, they'd give him all of the fucking gear to raid the base, he would raid the base and record the loot. So P90 didn't do any of the grinding for his base raid video. Now, I'm not sure how many videos he did this for, but we know for a fact that he did it with this video, which is his second most viewed video of all time. Now, I don't think it's far-fetched to say that he did this with other base raids, considering if you go to some of his base raiding videos, in every video there are different people in the video. So to summarize, P90 didn't even do any of the grinding for this base raid. Now, the Jers is linked in his video. However, I'm pretty sure he added this later. The only real proof I have is if you go to the Wayback Machine and put in the YouTube link, there is one save on March 1st, 2020. Now, it is good that he linked the Jers, however, he doesn't really promote him very much in the actual video. And I mean, it's kind of sad because the Jers has like 4K subs and he only gets like 100 views per video. And I'm sure if P90 actually legitimately promoted the Jers for his work at the beginning of that video, he would probably have a higher viewership maybe. Of course, I'm not necessarily saying that P90 is still doing this tactic to this day. However, he did ask the Jers to play Unturned with him, and then when the Jers asked P90 if he wanted to collaborate in one of his videos, P90 didn't respond, kind of proving that he only really used the Jers to get to the base raids and that he actually doesn't really give a shit about him. However, now that he streams on Twitch, it is way easier to prove that he actually grinds for his base rates. But yeah, I'd like to add that because there always was this meme that P90 was faking his base raids, and he wasn't, but there was something shady going on, and I thought it was worth mentioning. Now, P90 would constantly mention UCC to me. If you're unfamiliar with UCC, it was a series I did a while ago where I would review unturned YouTubers. It was basically Content Cop, but for unturned. And he brought it up in our private messages, and then he brought it up publicly on Twitter. I don't know why it's such a big deal for him, but I guess in UCC spirit, I'm just gonna show this clip. He said it took him an hour to make this.
People think that you're the admin.
Well, they might.
Probably. There's always that one guy who's just like, oh my god, scripted.
Bro, I'll go to Doug's channel and be mesmerized by the editing, and then I go to P90's channel and the editing is like kind of decent, and he has 150,000 subs, and it really just shows we live in a society. Like, the guy didn't even grind for one of his most viewed base raids. How does he actually deserve this audience? The guy has so much power in this community, and he just kind of abuses it and misuses it, and it's kind of sad.
Across the field, tolling of the iron bell.